Hello, hello, good evening. Good evening, good evening. I'm Grace of Stella Maris Readings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday. Can't wait for the weekend. I'm already feeling the weekend. And the weather has been beautiful. Thank you, God, for this beautiful weather. The sun is brilliant and bright here on the East Coast, here in New Jersey, in New York, and it's just a beautiful season. The weather is delicious. It's not cold, but it's not hot. For me, spring and summer, some of my favorite are my favorite seasons because you get to wear a light jacket, a light wrap, and you're comfortable. I hope you guys had an amazing day. So happy to be here and connecting with you this evening. You know, I love being able to talk about my favorite subject, talking about saints and angels, working with the divine, meaning God, meaning the Holy Trinity, God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and Mother Mary, of course, and all the saints and the wonderful angels that live with us and connect with us to help us navigate through life. Being able to connect with them and talking about them really brings them to the forefront. We bring them into our vibration. And once we have those angels in this beautiful light with us, we feel better, we feel stronger, we feel empowered, we feel closer to God. When we talk to our angels and our saints and we talk to God, we feel closer. And we can feel and understand and make sense of things because we know that we're supported. We know that God is with us. Thank you for everyone who joined the St. Expedite Candle Service. It was an amazing service. I loved all the beautiful petitions that I got with all the candles. I really take great pleasure, great joy in seeing the petitions being positive because before, I was getting some doozies of some petitions, but I see them grow and I see them expand and I see them with more positivity, and that's one of the keys into manifesting is positivity in your petitions without any negativity. And that's something that I stress all the time, that when we're doing candle magic, it's important to visualize and focus on the positivity, on the good things that you want. And it's very important that before you get to this point of being in that perspective, in that energy of positivity, it's important to do a lot of healing work. So removing, getting rid of, exercising a lot of things that we hold within our person. So if there's hurt feelings, it's important to talk about it. If you're not feeling your very best or you're confused about your feelings, it's important to find a resolution. Those resolutions come through prayer, meditation, but also if you need some extra help, it could mean sitting down with somebody with therapy, somebody who's qualified and licensed to be able to give you their best guidance in helping you find the source of issues, the source of the hurt, the source of the pain, to help you release it, because that's what's important, is speaking. But if you would love to connect with the divine, that's the most powerful. Talking to God about all your hurts, your sadnesses, your disappointments, because we go through that. That's part of the movement in life. That's part of living. It's part of humanity, even in our own journey, to go through those emotions. What's important is how we address them, how we heal them, how we move past them, so we can be stronger, feel more empowered, and recognize some signals, recognize some signs when we are falling into these old traps or falling into these things where we start to get lost again. We'll be able to smell it, sense it, know it, and say, not for me. I've already learned that lesson. It's time to move forward. And being in the positive, that's very empowering and very, I don't say sobering, but it's very empowering to be able to see that. And that is what fine-tunes your seeing. Just like fine-tuning your hearing when you're receiving guidance, it also fine-tunes your clarity, your eye sense, your third eye, to be able to see through things that can be entrapments, that can lead you to astray, that can lead you to difficulties, that can lead you back to where you might have felt stagnant and caught up in. So it's important to speak to God. It'll help you to exercise negativity, release a lot of stuff that feel like it creates obstacles. They're heavinesses that bring a sadness and a big sense of feeling that energy, and you don't want that. And the best way to clear it is to say, well, how do I get rid of it? The way is to exercise it, speak it, pray it up to the divine. Surrender your problems, surrender your stresses and your fears. And you will see that when you release that, you feel lighter. You feel like you're not carrying that on your back. And when you can move, you're stealthy in your movement, and you'll be able to navigate all the problems and the issues and find your answers, find resolutions to these things, okay? So know that when you're talking to God, that's huge. That's huge because you trust it. And when you trust it, you build that relationship because it's the trust and the love and the faith and the consistency in making that connection that really draws you closer to God and creates a stronger bond. This emotional connection with spirit that you'll be able to hear it and feel it and sense it, giving you the direction for your salvation, for your well-being. When I mean salvation is your well-being, feeling like I can breathe, feeling like I can move forward, feeling like I can envision that. I can envision the positivity. I can envision success. I can envision happiness and contentment and fulfillment. And that's beautiful to be able to be in that place, to walk that, to be able to move through that and get to your destiny of happiness and success. Okay, so know that you're very powerful. That is your blessing. Don't ever feel that you need an intermediary to get you close to God. No, God is yours. God is your father, mother. You come from it. It's like we come from the womb of our mothers and we come from our fathers. It's the same way that we come from God. We live in the womb of the divine, this planet called Earth. Okay, so this is where God, we're created here. And we live here and we get to have the pleasure and the privilege and the honor to live here. It's a beautiful place. If, you got to look at, what do you call that? Wild Kingdom or the Smithsonian, when you see parts of the world, of different places, it's like, oh my goodness, the imagination, the power of the divine to create such beauty. And it's important to make that connection because you'll be able to really be able to create within your mind's eye your future, your happiness, your dreams, to be able to realize them. You have to envision them before you can realize them and really feel in tune with it. We have a candle service coming up for protection, and also it's with St. Michael the Archangel. And I wanted to show you, this is my new statue of St. Michael. I have so many, but I couldn't say no to this one. This one is just so, look at how dramatic and beautiful. It just embodies this energy of swiftness and of power and grace. So this is St. Michael the Archangel. And for those who don't know who St. Michael is, St. Michael means, actually, if you look up the meaning of his name, is he who is like God, because he is God's representation in movement and energy, because it does everything that God wants. It follows to the letter, to the T, whatever the universe, whatever God decides and wants to manifest and move in this world and in the universe. This is his divine creation. And this divine creation is also our protector. Protects us. It protects all of God's children. Guess who that is? That's you. That's me. That's all of us. So in this, we're going to connect with St. Michael, light him a candle, and work with him this 28th of April, because it's important to create connections with him. And I know that, there are people who do follow and understand and connect with him and love him. And there are others who really don't know him. So I always, ever so often, want to introduce and remind you that you're working with a powerhouse here. He who is like God does everything God wants it to do, without question, without but what if, no doubts. There is just like pure loyalty and fidelity. And, oh, sorry, I almost slipped. Almost slipped in my own chair. So yes, so this 28th of April, we're going to work with St. Michael for protection for everything. Remember, St. Michael also does everything having to do with legal balances, justice, and fairness. And in some statues, you could see him like this, defending humankind against darkness and negativity. That's what the devil represents. It's negative energy. The devil is negative energy, and he steps on it. And of course, he always has power over it by God's divine grace. That's what the gift that he gave St. Michael to be able to do. And working with him, he's like that in helping humankind in every battle that we have. And it's literally, it's not just the devil, it's every battle, whether we're battling with ourselves, whether we're battling in the world, whether we're battling causes and ideals and love, whatever it is that we're battling, all the things that we want to bring into fruition because it's for our best and highest good, and we feel that commitment, or we feel that unity and that closeness to get certain things done, or to be able to be protected against evils and darknesses of all kinds. So he is the perfect saint to work with when you want to create that strong bond with the divine, with God. He is your intercessor to lifting you close to the divine and helping and supporting you in feeling close, feeling strong, feeling powerful, feeling at peace, and feeling like there isn't anything that you can't conquer in the world. This is a victorious energy. It's about conquering the demons, conquering the darknesses, conquering everything that for you is a barrier, everything for you that doesn't allow you to flow in your light, that doesn't allow you to really embrace your grace, your light that you were born with. Okay, so working with Saint Michael is empowering. And for everybody who does spiritual work and is like focusing in that kind of work of helping others and battling their darknesses, battling negativity, trying to move through this life with a sense of grace and light and love and peace and grace and all that balance, he's the one to work with. For those who do Reiki, for those who do readings, for those who do anything, legal, lawyers, policemen, military, those who have to balance the darkness, those who have to block out negativity. Yes, and in some cases you could see St. Michael has not only the sword, but he, in some statues, has the scales. And what is that meaning when they put St. Michael with the scales? Because it is said that St. Michael is the one that puts the souls on the scales to balance out to balance out their negativity and their positivity, and to weigh the souls before they go to the other side and enter heaven. That's some of the traditions and the teachings behind St. Michael as well. But he's also the one that brings justice and fairness, and he is the protector of all man and woman child. So he protects us all. You can't say, I like the way humankind, I don't like mankind, because that excludes femininity. So it's all humankind. That is St. Michael's job. That is his divine position in this universe. So working with him is liberating, it's empowering, it's beautiful. When I do my readings, guess what? That's the energy that works with me. That's the energy that I feel that I can call in anytime to feel its protection. And I've had incidents where I've felt its energy come into the space and protect me and remove negativity and darkness. And, like I said, I could write books on the experiences that I wouldn't put all this love and all this work into what I do if I didn't believe it, know it, feel it, and would have experienced it. Have experienced, not would have experienced. I've experienced miracles. And even like coming home this evening, I was discussing about some things that I had asked for. But, the gift of this is that it fulfills things that I didn't even have an idea that could be possible. And that's the thing, because I entrust it. I entrust everything that I ask for. I just say it, and I trust. I already know it's listening. I already feel it, and I'm sure of it, like I'm sitting here, like I'm flexing my fingers here, and I'm talking. I know 100 bazillion% that it hears me, because it answers me. And I feel that that's the reason why it answers me like this, because I know it. I feel it in my bones, like it flows, like blood flows through my heart and in my person. So when you connect with energies, connect with them in that way, that you already know, that you trust it with every fiber of your being. And you're going to see that your hopes and your wishes and the things that you want to create will be answered, even beyond your wildest dreams. And it's not always the way you envision. Not the way you envision. It's something bigger. Because I do feel as human beings, we have this tunnel vision of seeing success or how things should come together. And the thing is, when you just relieve yourself of that burden and that heaviness and that chaotic, anxious energy, you're also helping yourself, because if you release that and kind of just put your prayers and your petitions out like this and let it flow. Pretend like you're swimming in the water and you're releasing in the water. When you do that, you're working with spirit, you're trusting it, you're energizing, you're igniting that passion and that love between you and God and the saints and these beautiful angels, where they are going to fulfill things, help you fulfill things in a way that's wildest. It's wild beyond your dreams. Where I sit today, where I've lived today, the things that I get to do, I've never even dreamed them. And this is the thing, like when you say, oh, you got to know what you want in order to manifest it. Sometimes it's just think of what you would like and just release it and let spirit fill in those blanks. Let spirit give a little bit, give a lot of their energy into the things that you want. And that's the way I do it, because I release it. This is what I want, but I know that with you, it'll be better, because I know as a human being, I can't see like that. I can't see 360 or whatever it is, the whole kit and caboodle. We as humans don't see things that way. So I don't feel that we're capable to see the whole picture, because we don't have that vision, that peripheral vision the way God has. Like we have the pyramid with the all-seeing eye. Literally, God sees everything in timing at the same time, sees the universe, sees us, and every single human, living, breathing energy in the whole entire universe at the same time. You say, but how is that possible? We can't fathom it. We can't fathom it because we don't see it like that. We don't have that source. We don't have that kind of power to see it all like that. That's why release it and give it up to the universe. Trust God will deliver. God always delivers. I know. 11:11. Remember, ask and you shall receive. They are present. Your angels are present. God is present every moment, every second of existence. It is present with us. All you have to do is ring, ring, hello. Ring, ring, hello. You there? Absolutely. Wait a minute. Is that a song? That's a Madison Beard song, right? No. Hello. Who is that?
I don't know. Mabel.
Mabel. It's a Mabel song. Hello? Ring, ring. Are you here? Are you there? Literally, God is always picking up that phone. We're connected to it. It lives with us. It's with us. All we have to do is speak to it, acknowledge it, engage it, connect with it entirely with all our hearts and souls. Trust God. Let go. We have a tendency to hold on to things out of fear, to choke the life out of things because we're terrified. Let go of the terrified. Let go. Release. I noticed that I used to be somebody who used to sit there and worry all day long, and I started to get like ulcers. I've been through that episode like twice with ulcers, and I've learned at this age that there isn't anything that I'm going to change by doing that. It's making myself sick. So I release that. I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm not going to torture myself. I'm going to give it up to God. God knows how to serve it best. Okay. Serves it like, what is it? Haute, H-A-U-T. What is that? Like haute couture, like haute dishes. Yeah, that's it. Haute couture. Yeah. High end is what I mean. That's what I mean. That's the French aspect, the word of high end. In the highest form possible, it's going to serve beautifully. Okay, so trust God. Trust your angels. Trust St. Michael. So if you have anything that you need help with, empowerment, feeling more empowered in your person, in your ideas, in the way you move in this world, and in your relationships, and in even your own personal relationship, how you connect with the divine. If you need that help, St. Michael will step in to help you find your footing in your relationship with spirit. Okay, with the divine and with yourself, because it's important. We're always so focused about everybody else and how we look to everybody else, but we don't always look inside to say, I'm happy with myself. I really know who I am. I know what I want. I know what my vision is. I know that as I move and I reach the peak in one thing, I know that there's more to do, and I have the power and the ability to create something even more wonderful as I move down the line. So remember, our living here is about being in that constant state of creation, consistency of creating, manifesting, because we do reach those goals. And then we got to reach more goals. And that's That's living, that's enjoying life and really living it in the vibration of this life, which is to flow, to amplify, to flow, and to grow. St. Michael will help you grow in any field that you want to work in. He is the protector of all souls, all energies, all things that live, whether you are a policeman, whether you are a military, all the people that, and think about it, people who are in our military who work hard and, expose themselves to death and expose themselves with the idea that they have to follow somebody to go to war and they have to follow through. That's a big weight. That's a big weight on them. And they're doing it for the sake of country and in the name of God, in the name of what we feel that we live, which is we're hopefully in that same ideal of freedom and really following the highest form of kindness and respect and love and for one another, because we're a family. Here we are a family, and we should be kind to one another. That's the mission of Jesus' ministry. That's what Jesus came to do on this earth, to teach us. And during his time, he was seen as a rebel. He was seen as, oh my God, this guy, what is he, crazy? He's totally like shifting everything here. And of course, people get very uncomfortable of the shifting of energy, of love and expansion and opening your heart and sharing and caring. Because there's this fear that there isn't enough. There's this fear that we're going to be overtaken by another group, or that it's the end of us. No, it doesn't have to be that way. It isn't that way. It's your perspective that makes you feel and think that way, but it's not a real perspective. So don't let everybody make you fear your life. This is a great place to be. God has bestowed a beautiful planet, and we should take care of it. This is like Earth Day was yesterday, and this is a week of really connecting with energy and the earth and this beautiful planet. And St. Michael is said to be the angel of the south. He governs energy of fire. So when you feel St. Michael coming in, you feel his warmth, his positive, vibrant energy. His flower is the sunflower. And of course, marigolds, everything that had dandelions, all those flowers that have that sunburst energy is his flower, of course, and amazing. So he's got also things that you can offer him when you work with St. Michael. And there's beautiful prayers that you can offer. I did once a 9-day novena. In the beginning, I did a 9-day novena because I knew that energy was with me. I knew it. I felt it. I heard it. And I said, well, I want to get to know who you are and really get to feel your energy, understand you. I know you're present. I would dream about him. And I did a 9-day novena, and I remember in the big bathtub that I had at home, I had this big jacuzzi tub, and I had put him in a big fire protector kind of hurricane, and I had put a candle there, a 9-day, and I did a novena. And it's interesting, because the candle was in my bathroom, because I didn't want it to burst or just for protection, I did my novenas there. I'd sit in the bathroom near the tub and did my novenas there. And I used to dream by the 7th night, I was having dreams that were so vivid of him walking the hallways of my house in light, and I could see his feet moving through my house, and I could feel his energy. I could feel, the radiance of his energy in my home. And it was interesting because it was in that bathroom, and the minute I would walk out, even in my dreams outside of the bathroom, it was regular. And the minute I would step back into the bathroom, it was like I was in this ball of pure fire and light. So that was my real introduction into really connecting and speaking and hearing St. Michael. And it was extraordinary. That was a wonderful connection. And since that moment, I've always felt his presence, but to reveal itself where I visually saw St. Michael and felt it was extraordinary. It was a 9-day novena. And when I was done with that novena, it was like I reached another level. It was like a next level of connectivity with St. Michael and hearing other angels come in. And, we have this idea, what's his name? What's their name? Who are they? I don't feel like they always say their names, not always. I do feel that they connect with us and reveal themselves in the energy, in their light. You could feel some soft energy, some soft, like Archangel Gabriel to me comes in like, you ever feel, I don't know if you've ever felt like little drizzles of raindrops. And let's say that you had you have clothes on, but if you were naked and you could feel all over your body like little raindrops or little like snowflakes hitting. You know what snowflakes feel like when it touches your face if you are in colder climates. That's what that energy feels like when it comes into your space. It's almost like it's a mothering, it's a very feminine energy, the energy of Gabriel. So I can feel the coolness and that cool breeze, and I can almost feel like these beautiful flowers, like lilies. It's just a different kind of energy. When St. Michael steps in, it's like an elevation, like I'm taking an elevator all the way up to the sun. That's what it feels like. It's beautiful. So when you connect with energies, ask them to come into your space and really take in what you hear, what you feel, what your body feels like, what you hear, what you see. They'll reveal themselves in some beautiful way. Okay, so yes, we're going to celebrate Saint Michael. Saint Michael is your protector. He is the protector of all humankind in all aspects. Whatever we need protection from, in all aspects, this is Saint Michael. If we need somebody to come in and support us and to feel that empowerment, that strength, Saint Michael is the supporter, the protector, the cleanser, the purifier, the director, the navigator, the illumination, the guidance. There's a power source that comes in when he comes into your space. There's no denying when St. Michael walks into your space. You're going to feel him from your toes all the way up to the last hair that's sticking out of your head. Okay? So experience St. Michael. Get to know him. Do the St. Michael prayer. Put him in your front entrance. Put a big, beautiful tourmaline stone, just the way I have him in my front door, with a big, chunky tourmaline stone. And I always put his flowers. I put his rum. I put the water. I put, different things depending on the feeling and how we make a connection and how I want to work with St. Michael. And it's constant. It's every day. Every day, just like I talk to God every day, I talk to St. Michael every day, because this is, when I pick up cards and when I do readings, this is who stands with me. This is who I feel helps me understand. Because remember, they speak a language that it's not like the way we're speaking to each other. It's something that I can't even explain. You just know. You hear, you feel, it all comes together, all your senses. And I do feel that even though they say, oh, we have 5 senses, I feel that we have more that we're not aware of. And it's in your spirituality of meditating and doing prayers that you're going to hit other senses that you're not aware of. Okay? The temperature changing, the vibration, the airflow, the sensing, the vibration as they come in. It's just something extra. It's beautiful. And I think that we're all capable of feeling that if we practice our prayers, if we meditate every single day, if we have our conversations with them every day and connect with St. Michael and all our angels every day and connect with the light every day. Make that part of your routine. Like you get up in the morning before you put your foot down. Thank you, God, for this day. Thank you for helping me sleep tonight. Thank you for letting me see the sun today. I am honored. I am privileged. I'm in a state of pure love. You fulfill me. You fill my heart with so much joy. Thank you, God. Because it's true. Without God, I don't know what to say. Without God, what it would be. So I embrace it completely. I don't question it. I'm not going to question that, because I know that with it, everything is possible. There isn't anything that isn't impossible, that is impossible. Okay? Trust the divine. Work with this beautiful angel. You know how I feel about him. If you know me and if you looked at my Instagram or my TikTok, you know that this angel holds a very powerful, powerful place in my heart. This is what draws me closer to the divine. It speaks for me. It prays for me. It talks to me. It gives me guidance. It gives me strength. I was a mother of 5, and with a marriage of 40 years, of over 40 years, it was a little over 40 years, I wouldn't be able to get through it. I wouldn't be able to get through it. Remember, we're human beings. It goes up, life goes down, and there are things that come into our lives that sometimes causes great stress and strife and fear and all these things. It's part of living. It is. And I don't think any of us are free from that. That's part of the experience, okay? And those are periods that, our faith is tested, absolutely is tested. But those are the moments that you embrace it the most. And when you're happy and when you're joyous, celebrate with God. Include God in your celebrations. Before you have a celebration at the table, say, thank you, God, that my whole family's here. Thank you, God, that, and it's not even the whole family, the friends, because sometimes families could be, trust me, even people in your family aren't always the best for you. There's a lot of jealousy, even, and negativity within families. But it's those people who choose to be in your life, those who come in to step in and want to be part of your life and participate in your joys, participate in your sadnesses by supporting and being there for you. Those are the ones that bring great value. They bring great value, and just that's God speaking to you through them, letting you know, your family might not be there, but you know what? I'm giving you more family, more love to insulate, embrace, and connect with you. So even with your friendships, those are blessings, the ones that support you for the greater good, not the ones that come to take and take from you, not the ones who are jealous, not the ones that say one thing to you and say something to another. Release yourself of those things, because you know when somebody's like that. You can feel their vibration, Don't let it be a constant thorn on your side. Clean and purify yourself from those. Stay and focus with those who are loving and kind and who add to your life. And when I mean to add to your life, that are with you through the good and the bad. Okay? So, St. Michael, the 28th. I think it's Monday? Monday, yes? Let's get together. Let's light a candle and connect with him, because I still feel like I'm working. We had January, February, or March. Look at April. Now we're going into May. It's time to connect with that energy of protection, vision, strength, and connectivity with the divine to get you through, not to get you through, to help you flow through this year. Because we're not trying to get through something, we're trying to flow with the energy. We're trying to ride that vibration of pure love and peace, fulfillment, happiness, success, prosperity, victories, triumph, love, passion, compassion, romance, happiness, all those good feelings. Stay in those good feelings. It's important of embracing that and making that part of your everyday and focusing on that. The world has got so much strife and so much pain and sorrow that it's important for you to value your life situation, because it's true. It could always be worse. It could always be worse. And it is worse for some. So really take value and praise God for all your blessings. It's important. Okay? All right. So St. Michael the Archangel, say his prayer of protection when you enter your home, and before you leave your home, say that prayer of protection. So St. Michael is always with you. And he is, but what I'm saying is that you are giving it the authority, that you're giving it that permission to be standing with you. Okay?
Ready for question? If you were on Instagram asked, who do you pray to when you misplace something?
St. Anthony. St. Anthony, when you he is the patron saint of lost objects, lost things. Whatever you feel that you have lost, helps you find it. Trust me, I've left my pocketbook in the middle of New York City, went all the way to home to Queens, left it in a bathroom. I said, St. Anthony, please, I need to get back to New York and find my pocketbook. And that I would call and they wouldn't answer the phone. Literally went back to New York from Queens, and this was in the middle, like maybe at midnight, right before midnight. I found my pocketbook where I left it, in the bathroom on the hook. And I had a knock on the door and I said, please let me in. I left my pocketbook. And they were so kind to me and they let me in. So think of it. In New York City, I left my pocketbook in the bathroom at McDonald's. You know what it is to find it? I asked St. Anthony. I said, St. Anthony, please, if I find it, trust me, I'm going to be talking about you and I'm going to do a dance. And I do a dance. Every time I find stuff, I do my dance. Okay, so not only do I do moon dances, if I get a parking space in New York, I do my dance. If I get a parking space wherever I go in front, because of my ankle, and there's a thing like I want to be able to walk and to do things. Sorry, I felt like a big jump in my heart. You know, huh?
The burp.
It was a burp. It was a stuck burp. Yeah, I felt it like. So think of it. You know what it is? And I left it again at a Target in the Target. What do you call it? Shopping cart. I was like a block away from home, and I said to my husband, "All right, don't forget. Where's my pocketbook?" He goes, "What pocketbook?" I said, "My pocketbook." He says, "I don't have your pocketbook. Why would I have your pocketbook?" Oh my God! I left it in the cart. Guess what? I started to sing and dance and talk to St. Anthony. I said, "Please, St. Anthony, you know me. You need to babysit me." Went all the way back. It was right there in the cart, in the parking lot, in the darkness, because it was closed already. And things like that happen to me all the time. I find listen, I have a video where I literally have a parking space right in front of your Radio City Music Hall. I said, "Dear God, I just want a parking space right in front." Boom, I got there. Went to Radio City, then I went to Del Frisco's, had my meal, and I didn't have to worry about my car. With everything. He also can help you, not just with those things, but he could help you find your passion, find your creativity, help you find your destiny, find your words, find your place in the world. Okay, so work with St. Anthony. His special day, his favorite number is number 13. His color is brown, because you know how they wear the like the friars, the monks outfit in brown. That's his color when you light a candle. For success and prosperity, you'll do a purple one.
Alejandro's here. He said, "Hey Grace, I'm feeling much better. Thank you for those prayers and the wonderful prayers and messages. I felt so loved and I saw a light who healed me."
Beautiful. And you are loved. Okay?
The viewer asks, a viewer on TikTok said, "Stella, I love you. You're the best. The few interactions we've had left a lasting impression."
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The viewer asks, sorry, I'm having an issue with my computer. I don't know.
Oh my God.
A viewer, in response to St. Michael, a viewer said on TikTok, "I want to work with him, but he does not want to work with me."
Okay, so you know what you could do? Because sometimes that may happen where you may not be ready. Say, okay, there's some things that you need to do before you get ready. And that's something that you must figure out what that is. So ask a question. I say, "Michael, I want to work with you so hard, so powerfully. How can I work with you? Please tell me, give me the information that I need to prepare and to create those steps to be able to work with you." There may be things that you may need to complete. You may need to complete prayers. You may have to do some work like spiritual work of helping others, or there may be some things that you have to come to terms with of healing, some old stuff that may be sitting there, some balancing of those darker parts, because we all have them. It's not that you're dark. I'm not saying that. No, we have some things that we have to work through. So there may be some things that you need to pay attention to. Do your prayers, do your meditations, do a 9-day novena, and ask for help that you would like to go in that direction, and that you want to practice and prepare to be able to connect with St. Michael. And you're going to see that you're going to find the information. It'll lead you. It will lead you to things that you may do. You may need to research, learn more, do more prayers. I feel that's something that you have to elevate through prayer. Sometimes we're not completely ready, and we want St. Michael to do things for us. But it's not a matter of doing things for us. It's about really finding the gifts and the talents and our inner strength and our connectivity to God before we can do any work with a saint. Okay, so it may require some work on your part and some patience, okay? And continue to speak to St. Michael. The day will come, okay? So don't lose hope, and do everything that you can to work with him.
The viewer asks, "Hi Grace, how can we program a candle?"
Program a candle. I don't know what program means. program a candle.
While we wait for clarification, a viewer asked, what saint can help me find my soulmate?
Okay. To find your soulmate, you could work with Mother Mary. You could work with Jesus. Remember, if you see a statue of Mother Mary, the Immaculate Heart of Mary, she's clutching her heart and she has that burning fire. You can work with Mother Mary. Jesus is the same. But when it's finding your soulmate, it's really about finding yourself first. Feeling strong, feeling positive, and knowing that you have great value and great grace and the value of you. So your soulmate you can come together with your soulmate. So you can draw your soulmate to you, and that your soulmate will be ready for you as well. You have to be like complete in here. Not complete, but that you have to be in a place that you feel a sense of balance, a love of self, and strength and empowerment, so you can find a significant other. And remember, soulmates are not just a boyfriend or wife or a husband or a love, like a significant other, a partner like that. Sometimes your soulmate, believe it or not, could be your own child. Your soulmate could be your father, your mother. We have many soulmates. We don't just have one. We have this idea that we only have one soulmate.
And that it's romantic.
And that it's romantic. It's not always romantic. Soulmates are people that our souls come together to learn and to do work and to really challenge ourselves, to really understand one another, and to be able to learn how to work with one another. So, there's one thing I'd like to say is, I went to, what's that place that we went to get the pictures? We went to a place where they have these beautiful cameras, and they could give you like look of your aura, like the color of your aura. And it's interesting because I took a picture with my youngest, which was Maddie, and it was a surprise because we shared one aura. Oh boy, pain in my chest. We shared an aura, and the way they described it to us, because this is very surprising because you guys share the same aura, and it was a deep purple and indigo blue. It said we're highly spiritually connected, and we have gifts and talents of that higher vibration of being able to connect with spirit, and we had angels that, like energies, like little white energies that were around us, but we shared the same. So it was said that we share the same guardians and the same energies that work with us. They work with us as well. So it's interesting. You guys are connected soulfully. It's almost like you're soulmates. So that was something that was very beautiful, very different, and it's something that's very true, because we do finish our thoughts. We think alike, and we do. You see, that's us, and we share the same aura. Me and Maddie, and that's not common. Okay, so you see it in the picture, that's us. And when the person that specialized in this was said, oh my goodness, you guys have the same guardians and the same angels, and you share the same aura. Isn't that wow? And then I took one with my son, and it showed that creativity, we had an energy that between us, the fire of creativity and being able to finish each other's sentences, and we would have the same patterns of.
It was more colorful.
It was very colorful, but with her, it's almost like we're one and the same. That soulmate, like we're part of each other. But we are part of each other. We're mother and daughter. But what it meant is, on a spiritual level, we're like the same wavelength. We flow in the same wave. So there are things that I'll say I would like to do, and this is the truth, that we'll go, she's in a separate place and I go somewhere else. We come home with the same thing for each other. So I may buy, let's say, what? Some macaroons. She'll go out and buy some macaroons, and we come back with the same.
We did that today with Dunkin' iced coffee.
Okay, so yeah. We do that to each other all the time, and we don't speak to each other during the day. We'll come home with the same things. We'll pick the same shoes, same clothing. We have the same ideas. Like I'll say, oh, I want to be able to do this. And I'll talk to one of my children, and then she'll say something, and I said, oh my God, we got to start writing things down, because it proves that we're like sharing the same brain. That's soulmate energy. being able to, and we work together. And this is something that wasn't planned because Madison is my youngest and Gigi's my youngest as well. This is not something that was planned. I've been doing this since they're 12 and they were 13 and 12. Since they're very young, I've been doing this. So this wasn't something that they were doing. This is something that they kind of grew into doing. So it wasn't planned. And it seems that the three of us share a lot of energy. So we are like soulmates. And you say, oh, but your husband's your soulmate as well, another soulmate. So you see, you can have many soulmates. So be open to say love, to find my loved ones, the people that we share. We're in the same tribe. We come here to experience love and happiness and abundance and good energies and happiness. So don't stress and don't worry. A lot of us get worried that we don't get married at a certain age, that we're kind of never going to find anybody. Stop feeling that. Don't feel that vibration. Be in the happiness of you. When you're in the happiness of you, love comes to you unexpectedly, which surprises you. You're not even going to be looking for it. And you're going to be like, boom, love right in your face without even thinking of it. Give it up to God. Dear God, let love flow. St. Anthony is somebody. Remember somebody had said, how do I find things? Who's the saint that helps? St. Anthony is also seen, like in Brazil and different parts of the world, he's seen as the matchmaker. You could ask him, help me find a loved one, somebody who I can share my heart with, my soul, my spirit, and my energy, that we can find peace and happiness in this world and find love. St. Anthony is said to be the matchmaker, so he can bring to you someone that matches your vibration. Okay, because that's what you want, somebody who matches your vibration that can grow and flow. The difficult thing is, we get wrapped up in our heads about what a partner should be, and well, you gotta be like this, he better be this, and she better. We have all these expectations. Like, don't do that. That's like you're suffocating love right from the beginning, from the get-go. Don't look at partnerships as, what is he gonna give me, or what is she gonna do for me? That's not love. That's not love. Let things flow. Focus on good things, happiness. So yeah, does that make sense to y'all? You see, Marvin, well, St. Anthony, I've been waiting. You don't have to wait. Get out of the waiting. Flow in your beauty and your grace. Be happy. Stop sitting there waiting, because just like they say, you're watching a pot boil, it doesn't boil any faster, okay? So trust, let go. This is the thing. You're waiting. St. Anthony didn't bring me my person here. I've been waiting and waiting. That energy is not going to get you anything. Let it go. Give it to St. Anthony. Say your 9-day novenas. Do you do your 9-day novenas? Do you light your candles to St. Anthony? Do you do charitable things in the name of St. Anthony? Do you put offerings to St. Anthony? Because it's not just like, listen, St. Anthony, where's my partner? I prayed already and I asked you like a couple of times. No, this is about letting love flow. And when you ask, you let it go and flow. Trust the timing. Trust the moment. Be in your grace of love. When you love yourself and you're not focusing like, when is he coming? When am I going to get a man? When am I going to get a woman? Being in that consistency is toxic. Let it go. People fall in love. You see people that fall in love, they meet each other and they get married a month later and they're like, oh my God, they know each other. Because it's not like, every day, oh my God, I can't find a man. I can't find a woman. Get out of that. Get out of that nervous, anxious, almost like toxic energy. Love cannot be handled. It cannot be like choked and like, this is the, no. So when I hear people like, well, I've been praying for this person for 3 years, this person still hasn't come back, and you go to these people, they go like, what do you call these magical people that, he brought me my man back, and third party removals, get out of that. That's nonsense. What belongs to you will be yours. What doesn't belong for you will never be yours. They may be with you for one night, but that doesn't mean they're going to stay with you forever. Don't want that. Don't want that kind of vibration. Don't want to be stuck in that vibration, because what you're doing is you're closing your roads to love. Be open with your roads to love. That person comes into your life, you get along perfectly, and then you start to get to know each other and go, we don't really completely vibe that way. Let it go. Don't try to rearrange and, well, I'm going to teach him and I'm going to teach her. He's going to change or I'm going to change her. That does not exist. You're going down a very rocky, slippery, slopery road with that. You can't change people. People are who they are. They will change in the way they connect with you. They will grow if you vibe with them, if your energy flows together. And the things that you may want or need from them, the love is going to say, you know what? I love them so much that I will try my best to be this way. I can understand. And as well as reciprocal, being open to each other. When everybody says, well, he better this and she better not because I this and I demand this and he better have this and he better... You're creating a calamity, okay? Do not create a calamity. Be fair. Be just. Be loving. You can't force someone to love you. They either do or they don't. And people go through changes and misunderstandings. And of course, people may separate because they're having a difficult time communicating. And that happens. Give each other the space. Don't be like, he hasn't called. I'm going to call. Where is he? What's he doing? Who's he with? Is he dating it? Let it go. If they belong to you and they belong in your life, they will find their way back to you. But if you've been sitting there for 3, 4, 5 years, I think you should get the hint. They're never coming back, okay? And do you want to sit there waiting for 3 and 5 years? You need to flow. Flow with the vibration of light. Work with your angels. Work with you to know that you have value and you deserve your heart, what you want, what you are hoping for. And don't feel that you're going to shape it, that it's got to be like this. Listen, this is what I would like, I would hope for. But God, I know that you always do better than me because you are all perfect, all seeing. You know everything, what's under every rock and nook and cranny in this planet. So if there's a person for me, dear God, I know. And I know for a fact that you've got someone already chosen for me. And I can't wait to meet them. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Mother Mary. Thank you, St. Michael and all the angels of love and light. Let go. Let go. We have all these things that we want to manipulate and we want to have it our way. Don't suffocate the life out of energy. Let it flow. Okay? Like a wave, like riding a wave. Just relax. Flow with the wave. And you're going to see everything just bloom beautifully.
A viewer asked, how can we activate a candle with our wishes before lighting it?
What you just said. Just exactly how you just said. How do we light a candle? With our wishes. You'd say your wishes and then you light the candle. Okay, simple as that. Don't think that this is something that is just like, oh my God, there's this book that you got to do it exactly to the letter. It's about you having a connection. You consistently igniting and fostering and loving and embracing the energy. Don't just ask and wait a minute, it's been like 3 weeks, it's been a month, where the hell is it? How is it not happening? Oh, this doesn't work. Right then and there, to ignite your candle, say your prayer aloud with an open heart, without expectations, trusting that what you're saying is being heard, trusting, and do the work to sit and every day to sit and say, St. Michael, please help me. I need help with this. I want to be able to find my strength and I want to be a good person. I want to be able to have God be proud of me because I want to do things in a way that God would want me to, or feel that I want to make this connection that I do good things that will please God. But I also want to feel the love, and I want something strong and solid and grounded. I want to be able to work with this person, be able to communicate. I would love some love and respect and support and compassion, and that we will work together towards our dreams and the destiny that I envision. And guess what? When you start doing those things and you start putting your vision of what you would like, the universe will find a partner that shares that vision with you, that will share that vision with you. Trust when you're speaking to energy. And then you ignite your candle. Let go. Every night, go sit in front of that candle every single night or every single moment that you have, because this is about you, how much you want it. You're going to put into that. And say your prayer and put your offerings and do your rosary and do your, your prayers every day. Every day. And when it happens, do something to celebrate that. Have a huge dinner. Invite everybody in the family and say, I'm celebrating St. Michael. Because St. Michael or whatever saint, I asked this prayer and it helped me. They helped me manifest this. They prayed for me. They interceded with God for me to achieve this. So I want to celebrate with all of you. I want to let you know who he is or who she is and how they have helped me. That right there is gratitude. That right there is acknowledgement of the power of spirit. You educating others and teaching others something, an energy that fulfills and intercedes, and you're giving that key to other people. What are you doing? You're spreading light, you're expanding light, you're growing light, you're teaching more light into the world so they can make those connections, so they can find. So you're giving light to some other people in your closeness, and you're spreading that light and vibration of success, of achievements, of manifestations. That's gratitude. And never forget when they help you. It's like when friends and loved ones do things for you and you're grateful, you show them gratitude. You just don't say you take and take and take and you never give back, because you're going to lose those people. Okay? And you could lose the saints too. Okay? Does that make sense?
Who can I pray to win a legal case?
St. Michael and St. Expedite. Work with both of them, St. Expedite and St. Michael. And also, for things that you want justice. If you want just plain old justice, whether you're right or wrong, remember, be careful what you're asking for. Because you may be in a court case and you want to win, and you go to St. Elias and say, St. Elias, I want justice. Make sure that you understand what that means. There's no grace here. It will give you justice. And you might not be in that right side. It will give justice to what is fair and right. With St. Michael and St. Expedite will help you in a way that it's not all bad for you if you're not the great party or whatever that's not doing what they're supposed to, but they will help you in a way that the cases or the things fall in a way that is supportive and helpful to you, but not to its worst, where it's going to hurt you. They will help you alleviate the heaviness and the weight of things and try to work with it in the best way spiritually for you, in the best way emotionally for you, and the best way pocketbook-wise for you. So, legal, remember, sometimes he has the scales of justice. In some of his statues, they put him with the scales of justice.
A viewer asked, how can I book a reading with you?
To book a reading, all you have to do is click the link in my bio or go to stellamarisreadings.com. And you will be able to make an appointment there. There's a list of all the different readings that I do. Read them and see what resonates with you. All right? Read everything. There's so much to read there. The Botanica has all these wonderful products, and everything, all the information is there that you need to help you in your spiritual work. As well as with the readings, it gives you an explanation of what all the readings entail. And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to DM on Instagram, and we're going to answer you back as soon as possible. And another thing, in order to book a reading, you also have to first purchase the reading, okay? It doesn't go where you make an appointment, then purchase, because people are always coming in quickly, taking up appointments. So you want to secure your appointment by booking, and then your place is held. Okay, they go very quickly. So if that's something that you're interested in, book as soon as possible so you get the closest dates possible. Because out of nowhere, it could be very quiet, and you may get, some people may get, oh, well, Tuesday I can get a reading. And there are times that somebody will come in and they won't see it till next month. So it changes depending on the flow of people that come in and timing. Okay?
A viewer asked, any advice to get rid of constant negative thoughts and anxiety?
Prayer and meditation. Because when you're in the state of praying, you're not paying attention to that darkness. So focusing on prayer will also take your mind out of the darkness, and what it will do is alleviate, help you feel stronger, and you're calling in spirit and the divine to come in. You're invoking. Prayer is something that you're invoking the divine. You're invoking saints and angels. You're invoking God to be present with you. So you're going to feel the space change. Your energy is going to change. Your thoughts are going to change, where you're going to feel almost like, oh, I can breathe. Oh my God, I feel better. And you can go on to other things. So to stop you from negative thoughts, pick up your rosary and pray. Or go out into nature and pray. Talk to the sky, talk to heavens, talk to the moon, talk to the sun. Whatever for you is your anchor, whatever helps you tune into the divine. Even sitting in a park can do that. Sitting next to a tree can do that. Going to the beach and sitting in the sand can do that. You hearing the waves of the sea purifies and removes all that negativity. Why do you think that the majority of us, when we have time off or we have vacation, we all go to the beach? Because the beach purifies us emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And it's the sea salt.
How can I join the candle service?
To join the candle service, click the link in my bio and go to stellamarisreadings.com. And there you'll be able to see the candle and all the information that you need to know about the candle service, and a space where you can write your petition. And remember to submit. Always submit. Once you're done writing your petition, submit. And a recommendation, no negativity. Not one negative sentence. Keep it all on the positive. When you're writing it, take a deep breath in and exhale. Visualize what you want to manifest. Work with your heart chakra. Feel grounded. Make a beautiful prayer and connection with St. Michael. Trust me, it hears you. It hears you. All you have to do is say, St. Michael, please hear my prayer.
A viewer asked, how about hugging a tree? Is 20 minutes enough?
As long as you need. There have been times where I've fallen asleep outside, in the back where there's trees. Okay? I actually did a video on hugging a tree. You see me hugging trees outside. And it does. It helps you. It's like even hugging the tree, you feel like you're embracing an energy, just like a huge grounding energy. Because you see that the trees have roots into the earth, and when you're touching it, you're touching something that has roots that are so old into the earth. The earth has cleansing vibration. It sucks up all the dark energy off of you, all the darkness, all the worries, all that crud, and it heals you. Trees are healing. Trees are companions. Trees are protectors. Trees are beautiful.
A viewer on TikTok said, good evening, your unique essence is your most beautiful gift and the world is more beautiful with you in it.
Thank you very much. That's beautiful. You see, beautiful words bring beautiful feelings and beautiful vibrations. This is what I'm saying. Let's talk with love. My most favorite word, my kids even they laugh. They laugh all the time. So every other word out of your mouth is beautiful. And I said, because that's the energy I want to draw into my life. I want beauty around me. I want to live in it. I want to feel it. I want to feel the beauty within myself. Because, we grow up with so much criticisms. We're not thin enough. We're not pretty enough. Or, we don't have the figure that we're supposed. We hear all that stupidity, all that negativity. And sometimes our brains start to absorb that. So I don't want to absorb that. So what do I say to myself? Grace, you are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh my God. I do this and the kids laugh at me because I'll watch myself and I was like, isn't she gorgeous? She's like the best. I've never seen anybody so gorgeous. And my kids are like, oh my God. But yes, believe in it, see it. And you're going to see that your whole face, the structure changes, your skin shines. And it's like you're saying beautiful words. You're giving vibration, love into you. So look in the mirror. And instead of saying, oh my God, I look so old. Oh my God, look at all these wrinkles. Oh my God, look at this. It's like even the shadows. Oh my God, I'm complete. Oh my God, look at this ugly ear. When you start talking to yourself like that, guess what? You are manifesting that. No, oh hell no, not me. Not me. I spelled it again. Oh my God, not me. I need to stay beautiful as long as I can, inside and out. Remember, you do that too. Remember to say thank you for your brows. Say thank you for your beautiful nose. Say thank you for your beautiful heart. Say thank you for your essence, the energy, the light within you. Thank you, God. All right, so be good to yourself. Don't criticize yourself, okay? You should be your strongest advocate. If you don't advocate for you, who the heck is going to advocate for you? If they see you tearing yourself down and constantly complaining, they're going to be like, oh my God, oh no. She gives me agita. She stresses the daylights out of me because I've gone next to people that are constantly like I'm the most negative. Oh, but I can't. But you could try this and that. No, I've done it like no. And it's like, I can't anymore. I got to walk away. I got to walk away because they're like swirling me in to that pit. I can't do that. Don't do that. Don't allow people to do that, to drag you into their pits of the abyss. You are up here. Stay in your vibration. Lift your vibration. You're here for happiness, to live a good life, a happy life, a peaceful life, a fulfilling life. That spider web of energies, don't get involved. Don't stick your finger in there. Okay?
And then one last question, a viewer, or two last questions. A viewer asked, my left ear and right ear have been ringing. Are these messages from the angels?
Okay. Have you been asking for messages?
This was a while ago.
Okay. So if you've been asking and praying, yes, those are messages. But first get your ears checked, because sometimes we have tinnitus. Okay, we can have issues with our ear, nose, and throat. Go see an ear, nose, and throat doctor. If the doctor says, there's nothing wrong with you, I don't know what you're feeling, but it's nothing in here or in here or in here, that is a sure sign that yes, as you're speaking and asking for messages, energy will speak to you. And sometimes, they're at a higher frequency. So we'll hear ringing and we'll hear something that almost like it's almost like you're underwater automatically, and then your ear pops. That's energy coming in to speak to you. Those are spirits. It can be angels. It could be all sorts of things coming to answer you or let you know that they're present. Okay, so pay attention. Write down what other things you feel and what you feel they may be saying. Because as they do that, you're going to get a vibration if it's positive or negative, or it's a warning, or it's something to fulfill a question that you have asked. Okay? Keep a record of what you're asking. Because we do all our prayers and we're like, oh, I need this, please help me. And then we go on to do our business and we forget what we asked for. Keep track of what you're asking for. Keep track when they manifest. Look at the timing. Put the date. I asked for this on this date. It happened a month later. They answered my prayer with the perfect timing. Boom, write it down. Manifested prayer. Don't forget to do your offering and your gratitude. And gratitude is not always things. Gratitude is the way you behave. Gratitude is giving to the poor. Gratitude is helping someone else, or helping somebody 1 foot forward. So something as, what do you call that? Like charity, like getting things that you no longer use that are in good condition and giving it to Goodwill, or giving it to the the Salvation Army, or giving it to a family that's having difficulty. You know, in your neighborhood, there are always people that have children that they need sneakers, lightly worn sneakers, they need books, or they need things like that. You can go through churches, you go through organizations to say, you know, do kids need anything? Do families need anything? Or even give to your food pantry, or donate to your food pantry, donate to the ASPCA, donate to hurricane relief, whatever. Those are the ways that you show the universe gratitude, because you're taking energy that you created and you're giving it to someone else. And at the same time, you're giving someone a leg up. You're alleviating the stress of another human being. That is a gift. That a gift of gratitude to St. Anthony, to St. Michael, to your saints, your angels, St. Barbara, to God, to all the saints. That's how you offer gratitude. Not offer, but that's how you give gratitude when you see good things happen. The more you participate and give and help others, guess what? God knows who the workers are. He says, oh my God, this girl, I can't stop her. She's constantly giving everything away. You know what God's going to do? Give you more, because you are the hands and the feet here on the planet to get it done. Okay? So give more to get more. And it's not always like, that's my only intention. Really do it from your heart. Do it with acknowledgement. Remember, treat everybody, even people that that you meet every day, like the person that may hold your door, your doorman. Thank you, and you know, come home and share something, or make sure that your Christmases and the holidays that you give extra, or you know, even bring them coffee, or give them a 20 or a 5 or whatever you can afford. You can make them a meal, do something that maybe someone in their family could use. When people come and they serve you in a restaurant, say thank you. Make sure that you tip, because if you can go to a restaurant, you got to remember, I got to have enough to tip. Don't you dare like walk out without tipping somebody that's coming to serve you with their hands and with good manners and good energy. It's acknowledging the work of others and the goodness of others and sharing. That's how you show gratitude, your behavior. It's not always about, putting something in front of them. You say, in your honor, St. Anthony or St. Michael, because you did this for me, I'm going to participate in teaching somebody how to do this. I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. That's how you participate in the energy of light and giving and expanding and growing. Okay? How are these messages coming? Does it resonate with many of you? Yes. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. Remember, life changes and there's a lot of ups and downs, and you never know. And my mom said something to me when I was very, very young. Always be kind to others, be respectful to others, because life changes in a minute. You never know if you may be up here and you may end up here, because the wheel of life is in the constant circle. Things may happen. There may be a fire. You may lose everything that you have. There's things that happen all the time. So you always have to remember that, being on top is not a thing that's forever and that is guaranteed. There's movement and change that is constant. So remember that. Help those who are at the bottom of the wheel because of fortune or something they've gone through, or some difficulty that they are going through, that you acknowledge them and be kind. That's the most important thing. And I remember when I was little, I used to like sugar in my cornflakes. And there was like 2 months that my mother was not giving me sugar in my cornflakes. Like, what's up without the sugar? I remember being like 7. I was 7. I have no sugar. Ma, where's the sugar? My mother go, you need to know how to learn to eat with sugar and without sugar. And I said, why? This is because you never know. I said, I grew up during a time where there was war and we didn't have sugar. We didn't have those little extra luxuries. And I suffered dearly. And I want you to be able to know that life changes, and we may have some one day and we may not have it another. So it's important to stay humble, to be in the gratitude and know that, people who are going through suffering, it doesn't mean that they're not good enough or that they did mistakes or they did sometimes it's a reverse of fortune, of something that happens. And that doesn't take away who they are, their value, their honor, and their dignity. You should always be respectful of everyone, because you never know their life circumstances, you know. So it's important. Acknowledge everybody. Everybody has value. And things happen in families. Parents die. Children are left orphans. And they might have had great lives. Have you ever heard of The Little Princess? You know, a little child that was loved and had everything and lost a parent, her mother, and then lost a father, and she was in an orphanage. You go from having this life to this. Things happen all the time. And it's important that you be in the vibration of light and peace, so you know that you're always surrounded by that energy, because what you put out is what you get back. So you want to be able to always be in that light. All right? Great. So before I leave, and by the way, thank you everyone for giving me time and spending time with me and listening to me go on. I truly, truly am honored to be able to connect with you and that you give me your time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And before I leave, I always like to throw out an oracle card here and there just to see what the universe has to say to us as a group. Because every night, no matter what time I get on or the vibration of everybody coming in, new people coming in, changes the energy. So let's see what is coming up for us as a collective. I do not take individual readings. That's something that's done privately. And if that's something that you want, you could click the link in my bio and go to Stella Maris, or go to StellaMarisReadings.com and book a reading there. I do believe that, you know, reading should be in privacy in these groups. I don't even know how people do that in groups like this. But I do, when I do as a collective energetically, for all that are present, I do a reading of oracle cards. And I don't, you know, just to see vibrationally what's coming up for all of us and what we need to know as a people, as a group. All right? All right, so let's begin. Are you guys ready? Type it in the chat. Yes, 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 I'm ready. These are beautiful. So I'm going to work with the Star Temple. The Star Temple Oracle deck. Beautiful. Let's see. Let's see, let's see. Yeah, I love The Little Princess. I love those movies like that. And the Secret Garden. Oh my God. I love period pieces. That's like my favorite. I feel like I must have been alive in a different times, in different vibrations. All right, so let's begin. All right, everybody. I'm going to ask you at home to get comfortable, whether you're in your bed or in your chair. Get comfortable. Okay? Breathe in and exhale. Breathe in and exhale. Relax your body. Picture yourself at the foot of the sea with your feet in the warm sand as you breathe in and exhale. Feel the warm sun on your skin. Smell the sea and the sea salt as you take a deep breath in and exhale. Feel the waves come in and pool at the bottom of your feet as you take a deep breath in and exhale. And as the waves go out to sea, you could feel all the stress and anxiety being removed from your body. You're feeling lighter. You immerse your feet in the sea and walk all the way in into your chest deep in the ocean as you take a deep breath in and exhale. Feel the powerful embrace of the sea. Instantly, you're cleansed, you're purified, you feel lighter. Stress is being relieved, worries are relieved. The water is cleansing you entirely. And as you look out into the horizon, you could see a big ball of luminous light. This light is mystical, magical, and magnificent as you take a deep breath in and exhale. All of a sudden, you see this beautiful ball of light start to spin. And as it spins, you see that it grows larger, larger, and larger with every turn as you take a deep breath in and exhale. Breathe in and out. All of a sudden, you see this ball of light expand. And as it expands, you feel this warm, loving, beautiful energy flow through your heart chakra and surround you in a perfect bubble of pure white light as you take a deep breath in and exhale. Instantly, you feel like you're elevated, like you're flowing. All the stress and the worries are relieved. At this moment, there's nothing to worry. The worries of the world mean nothing to you at this very moment. You're in the pure state of pure love and grace and fulfillment and joy and happiness. God is present, your angels are present, and your ancestors are with you, sending you love and light as you take a deep breath in and exhale. This is a beautiful feeling. You feel so connected to the earth, the four elements of the earth. You've got the earth underneath your feet. You have the majestic sea moving all around you. You have that brilliant sun above you, and the air flowing from all different directions through your hair and fingers as you take a deep breath in and exhale. Continue to breathe in and out. You are connected to the universe, to the divine grace of God, and you could feel the love flowing and pouring through your body, filling every nook and cranny, cleansing and clearing all your chakras, from the root of your feet up all the way to your crown and out as you breathe in and exhale. Continue to breathe in and out. How did this exercise make you feel? Type it in the chat. How did this exercise make you feel? What did you feel? What did you feel? Calm, safe, relaxed. Sleepy, love, peaceful, full of grace, relaxed. Excellent. Look at that. Why? Because you relaxed, you opened, you let go. You allowed the spirit of the divine to flow through you and ground you. You released a lot of worries, anxieties, and things that were stuck in your chakras, in your energy field. So when you're feeling overwhelmed or underwhelmed, stressed, anxious, scared, angry, afraid, lonely, do this exercise. Say your prayers and do this exercise. And all these things that you're telling me, you're going to feel immediately. Peace is priceless. There isn't anything that compares to having peace in your person. When you have peace, everything flows. Everything flows. All right, let's begin. Dear God in heaven, surround us with love and light. Deliver us from negativity and darkness. Let your love and light prevail. Saint Michael the Archangel, Archangel Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael, be present with us. Protect us and guide us and keep us close to the light of the Lord. Thank you, angels of love and light, for being present with us today. Keep us always close to God. Help us to hear, to feel, and sense the presence of the divine, so that we may navigate with clarity, with love, and with peace. Amen. What messages do you have for us today? What do we need to know that will help us feel stronger, that will help us feel clear and more connected with Spirit? What do we need to know? What things do we need to know, or what things do we need to know and focus on? Dear God in heaven, here, guide, guard, and protect us. Keep us close. Amen. Let's see what messages the universe has for us. Okay. These stick together. All right, let's begin. So the first one is Electra, goddess of balance, equality. I create and foster reciprocal relationships, equality and balance. That's kind of with the message of treat others the way you want to be treated. Put light into the world, put light into your relationships, and receive light. So in other words, equality. As you would like for you, give that out to create that beautiful reciprocation of light. Equality, goddess of balance, Electra. I create and foster reciprocal relationships. So if you want happiness, be happy. If you want love, be loving. If you want respect, be respectful. If you want opportunities, also offer opportunities. So it's important that what you give out of the things that you want to receive, give that out so you can receive that in return. You see that? Balancing those energies. So the universe is saying equality, fairness, justice, Be those things so you may receive those things. You also, by doing that, you're teaching others how you work and how you want to relate and how you want to work. And the people that will work that way and want to work that way and appreciate you will do those things as well. You don't have to force them. You just have to show them how you would like to be treated by being equal and equality to create and foster reciprocal relationships. The next one is the sacred orchard, and it's asterope, and it's co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. I think that these are kind of the same messages. It's the way you're thinking. How is that? My abundance mindset. So how you think about abundance. What is abundance? We always think that abundance is like cash money. No, abundance is opportunities, that the sky's the limit. Everything is open to you. If it's money, it is open to you. If it's love, it is open to you. If it is fertility, it's open to you. If it's your grace, it's open to you. If it's your friendships, they're open to you. Everything is open to you. It's abundance. There's no limits in whatever you want to delve into. There are no limits. But remember, when I'm talking about things that are for your best and highest good, because that's abundance, working with your highest for your best and highest good. Abundance is there's no limits to your creativity, no limits to your power, no limits to your balance, no limits to love, no limits. You understand? So mindset, abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. It's giving you an answer. How do you manifest? My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. It's the way your mind flows. It's what you attract is what's in your mind. Let the negative thoughts out of your brain and put in positive things in your mind's eye. Okay? Release the negative. Even if you see like things falling, it's okay. God's with me. I trust that all will be well. I am open to the continued blessings that I receive on a daily basis. It's true. I said every day, I am blessed. I know that, and I can't even like articulate how blessed I feel, and I choose to feel and choose to see and acknowledge, because guess what? Who wins? You win. You win in your vision. You win in creating those things. All right, so the sacred orchard, co-create with the universe. Okay. The next one is beloved Zeus, Maya. The cosmic union is destined for greatness. The cosmic union is destined for greatness. Allow the universe to assist for those connections. Ask and work with the divine about these cosmic unions. Because they're destined for greatness, because you flow, you are connected. Work with the universe to attract those wonderful relationships, okay? Cosmic union is destined for greatness. Beloved Zeus, connect with God in pure love of self and grace and the love of the divine to create that spark of love and light in your relationships. Okay, so attract abundance is how you see things. This is all about positivity. Look at the message here is how you see things. It's positive. The magic is within you. We're seeking to think that magic is outside of us. It starts within you. And the magic is to connect with the most magical source of the universe, God. Okay? So know the universe is letting you know that you create and foster relationships. Believe that, know that, embrace that message. And also to co-create. My abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. So the way you see wealth and abundance and prosperity and well-being is what you're going to attract. So create, dream. Before you go to bed, I'm going to dream the life that I want. I'm going to write down the life that I want. That's where you're focusing and co-creating with all of your energy and the divine. And don't forget, cosmic union. Connect with God. The cosmic union is destined for greatness. So love, ask the universe to create that spark with you, for love on this planet here. You want wealth and abundance? It's your mindset that attracts that. You attract that and connect with the divine. And also connecting with the divine and knowing that equality, you create and foster reciprocal relationships, equality. You put out there what you want, but you got to be that energy, that beacon, that light to attract that vibration. But be in the grace. Don't do it for just, I want this, so I'm just going to do it. No. You want something that's genuine, that's very real, that's tangible, that is living, that's breathing. Okay? All right, everyone. Have a good night. Don't forget, this wonderful candle service is coming up. Connect with me. Let's work together. Let's manifest with St. Michael. I always say, and the kids laugh at me because I always say, he's my bouncer. You know, like in a club, in a line, you have bouncers, you can't get in. Literally, St. Michael is my bouncer. When I'm working spiritual work and I'm doing all the things that I'm doing, I rely on St. Michael to protect my space, my spirit, my conscious, unconscious, my body, and everything around me, and the work that I do. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining me this evening. It's been such a wonderful pleasure to sit with you and talk about all things spiritual and connecting with energies, angels, and saints, and God above all things. Remember, God is that's number one. God is number one. Don't forget that. Everything else is just beautiful gravy. It's the wonder and the beauty. It's like so much extra, the cherries on top. Somebody said, you're my therapy. That's funny. SS. Thank you for joining my session. Thank you, thank you. All right, everyone, have a good night. Love you all.